I'm Kat Luby and I'm here at the Canadian Clay and Glass Gallery, and today we're going to be making a mosaic tile.
So the first thing you want to do is make sure that all of your supplies are out and ready for you to make the tile. So lay everything out, make sure you have it all, your water's measured, your stones are ready, you have a marker, you have some paper. So you're going to take the lid and trace it on your piece of paper. This is so that we can make a map of where we want to put our stones before we put them in the concrete. After you do that, take all of your stones and arrange them in a way that you think is going to look awesome. So take a couple of minutes, move them around, look at your design, think about it, maybe add a few pieces or take a few pieces out. After you have it just how you like it, trace the pieces so that you remember where they go in case you bump them. Also, you can color the sheet in afterwards. Once you're finished tracing, it's time to get mixing. So put your gloves on. And take your measured water and pour it into the Quikrete. And then stir it all up. You want to make sure it's really well mixed. You want to make sure you get all the edges and the corners. You can even lift your container up to check the bottom to make sure there's no dry patches. But you want to make sure it's mixed really, really well, otherwise it won't set properly. If it's too dry, you can add a little extra water, but don't add too much, otherwise it'll just be a runny soup and it'll never set. Once you're finished mixing it, bang it on the table gently to get all the bubbles out and to make sure the top is nice and flat. Once it's all ready to go, fully mixed and nice and smooth, you can place your glass pieces on, matching your pattern. Push them down just a little bit to make sure they're secure, but not too far, otherwise they'll disappear. You can nudge them just a little bit once they're in, just to make sure they're in the right position. Great work! Once you're all finished, put it aside and let it sit so it can set undisturbed. Okay, once it's set, probably the next day, squeeze the container gently and flip it over, patting the bottom to get the piece to come out. Then take the little piece of sandpaper and a little bit of water and sand down the very edges so they're nice and smooth and not sharp. Once you've sanded them to how you like it, take some water on a rag cloth or a paper towel and wipe off the stones to get the extra dust off. And there you go. You have your very own mosaic tile.